It's summer in Kelowna. The sun is just coming up over Okanagan Lake. And the city's bylaw officers are already on the job.
I left you a message just about the property.
Ready for whatever's thrown their way.
There has been no change.
Neighbor disputes, abandoned vehicles, noise complaints, public safety. It all lands on their plate.
It should be fine, especially with the RCMP here.
And every call
Can you give myself and Bylaw 8 a 10-minute timer?
is a new challenge.
They're coming back with just paperwork.
But for this team, it's all in a day's work. Just past 7 a.m., General Duty Bylaw Enforcement Officer Lars heads out.
We'll get up to Ben Lee and then I'm gonna swing around and we'll go back down that way.
Each morning, bylaw officers conduct what's known as a pit count, or a point-in-time count, in various areas of the city, to get an idea of where members of the city's unhoused community are congregating.
And the city is divided into sort of 4 general areas that we're responsible to patrol and simply do a count regarding people who we think are at risk. And that would include people who are sleeping in vehicles.
His unique background and strong people skills make him a valuable asset to the bylaw team.
I was for quite a while a Christian pastor and worked as well as an inner city high school teacher in London, England, and worked with at-risk communities in different cities. You have to be able to kind of professionally and calmly and in a friendly way interact with people.
These counts are important in helping the team plan their day.
It gives us a snapshot, not perfect at all, but gives us a snapshot regarding what's going on across the city when it comes to social disorder stuff.
For the most part, these counts happen without interaction or intrusion, unless a situation arises where officers need to intervene.
We put out fires a lot in the wintertime, in the colder months, as well as perhaps in some rare occasions we come across people who are in the midst of like overdosing or some kind of medical emergency or mental health crisis.
With the pit counts completed in several key areas across the city, the team gathers in the downtown bylaw offices for the day's briefing.
Well, good morning, everybody. So we did counts this morning. We had a total of 128 and 24 vehicles.
Rutland there were no sort of tents set up in any of the parks. There were a lot of people milling about.
It's a chance to review the past 24 hours of operations and allow leadership to provide guidance and direction to meet demands and serve the community effectively.
We've got 3 construction noise that have happened prior to 7 a.m. Just a mix of stuff: boat launch, nuisance trees and shrubs, zoning, traffic, property nuisances, some boulevard stuff.
The team is out in the community from 6 in the morning until midnight, responding to calls from citizens. We also see bylaw services engaging in expanded roles in the community. And so we also work within the community. We work with local partners, other governmental partners, and social service as a whole to respond to and help to reduce that impact that we see in the community that results from unsheltered homelessness.
One of the benefits of having the outdoor sheltering site, especially with the bylaw community team, is the idea that services can be met there or can be provisioned there for the community members to access. So even currently, as of right now, what we do see is bylaw standing alongside the ministry, standing alongside the interior health team, standing alongside a bunch of other nonprofits.
We get to be the first point of contact when it comes to engaging someone who might be experiencing homelessness and may be in need. So for us, we work hard to develop strong relationships within the community, and we will work together as a community to help serve that person.
As officers come across encampments through town, they're logged through an online portal, the brainchild of Senior Bylaw Officer Dudley.
This paints a picture, a one-time snapshot of where the city looks like today, and throughout the parks and public spaces in the city of Kelowna.
As team members come across new camps, they're logged in the portal, categorized by size and accompanied by photos, GPS coordinates, and notes. Then, work begins to transition encampment occupants to the outdoor sheltering area, allowing people to access services and protecting the wooded areas from possible fires.
Once we've identified the camp, then an email is then sent out to the community partners, outreach teams, and we'll give them a reasonable time to then connect with the occupants of the site, and then they'll connect them with what services they need, and then we will then start the process to remove those individuals from that location.
By mid-morning, administration staff are busy fielding calls and emails.
We probably average between 50 and 100 phone calls and probably up to 50 emails a day.
In addition, the city's service request system allows residents to report infractions both online or by phone.
We have our service request file just came in.
A report of a vehicle impeding a laneway.
If there was a fire and somebody's parked in the laneway and our fire trucks can't get through, then that's an issue for us.
Each request is given a priority and assigned to an officer.
I'm going to assign it to Officer Grant's queue. He'll be able to look at the computer that's in his car. He'll know where it is and he'll make his way over there to investigate.
It looks like we have a file that's just been assigned to us here. When filed online, the public has the option to submit photos, which assists us in trying to identify the bylaw infraction.
Turn right.
We're just getting close now. Just going to be pulling in to see if our subject vehicle is still present.
When he arrives,
the vehicle is gone, so I'll photograph that for the file and document it there.
And as he's about to wrap up,
Hi. Hey, do you have a vehicle that was parked here earlier today?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so you know, this is a laneway. We're in a city laneway. You can't park in the laneway. We just got a service request from a member of the public that essentially the vehicle was here. So there'll be no enforcement, but I would like to let you know that you've got to move it.
Yeah, well,
Okay. Okay, yeah, but you can't park in the laneway.
While the resident is unimpressed with the unexpected visit, Officer Sean remains undeterred, continuing to educate.
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse the fact to park there when you're not supposed to. Okay.
have a good day.
I didn't actually observe the bylaw infraction upon my attendance, but educating the member of the public there, and then in the future the notes will dictate that there was an attendance made, and the person who owns that vehicle was made aware. Yeah, they take up a good portion.
It's a new day with new service requests to respond to. Today, a check on our property where a neglected vehicle has prompted a complaint from a neighbor. But as he drives to the location, he sees someone he's dealt with multiple times.
Hey there, man, City Kelowna Bylaw. Come on over and have a chat with me. So you're panhandling on the median again. What did I tell you about that? Right? Under the panhandling bylaw, you're not to panhandle from stopped vehicles, right? But this can't continue because we're getting service requests.
It may seem minor, but it's a safety concern.
At the end of the day, it's unsafe for not only the person who is panhandling, but also the public and the residents of this city that are passing by. A lot of fear and intimidation comes from somebody who is coming up to your window, requesting money. You step onto the road, you're actually obstructing traffic, right? So that becomes an RCMP matter.
Before moving on, he tries to connect the man with support.
And our encampment response team has spoken to you as well in relation to some of the calls that we're getting about this. But they say you're refusing services, that you don't want the help from the outreach.
I do already know.
Okay, because they're willing to help you and get you the support. We try to work with those experiencing homelessness and connect them to resources when we can, and certainly try to get them to a better place as long as they're willing to accept the treatment and the services that are offered to them. Because if you want, I'll pass your name on to them and let them know that you do want the service. At the end of the day, he is panhandling to try to obtain money for food and things like this, but there is services in place. He is able to go and access these services as anyone in the community who is experiencing homelessness is able to.
We're not here only to enforce municipal bylaws. We are here in service to community. And in some cases that means working with an individual and creating a safer environment. Sometimes it means connecting them to the appropriate services or finding alternative options. Ultimately, what we're looking for is voluntary compliance in all the work that we do. And so whether it's through education, whether it's through connecting to appropriate services, or whether that's through direct enforcement, we are here to serve all of community.
Just up the road, after weeks of cleanup at a property, One issue remains: a neglected vehicle on the front lawn.
So just having a look at the vehicle again here. So these tires on the side were completely flat. The vehicle was not, even drivable with the flat tires.
Today is the deadline for it to be moved or disposed of, or a ticket will be issued.
This vehicle is just a derelict. It's not permitted under the Good Neighbor bylaw to have a derelict vehicle on the property, and the vehicle needs to be in working order.
But just before the ticket is about to be printed...
Hey man, how's it going?
Okay, they're coming to pick up the vehicle in about an hour.
Okay. A tow truck is actually going to come organized by that individual, and the vehicle will be removed from the property. So I appreciate you working to get that done today, because I didn't want to be in the position to issue you a ticket, right? Because it is a fine to have a derelict motor vehicle, and I gave you that extra time to get this property into compliance. So once it's gone, then we'll be able to close the file out, okay?
With voluntary compliance about to be completed, the officer's task here appears to be done. Just as another service request pulls him to the next job. A truck blocking a fire hydrant near a construction site.
So if there was an emergency, and fire department needed to get to that hydrant, there would be issues, putting out a straight line essentially from the hydrant to wherever they were.
Due to a safety issue, the vehicle will need to be ticketed and towed. But before that can happen,
marker is
the plates need to be checked by the RCMP.
Alpha Bravo Romeo.
Once the details have been passed on, a potential issue is flagged.
We're just getting transferred over possible police interest on this vehicle.
The vehicle's color doesn't match what's listed on the registration.
It could be a stolen vehicle. It could be perhaps even the plates were stolen. It could be involved in some sort of police investigation. I usually don't get a whole lot of details. If anything, they'll send a police unit over here to attend if they have an interest in it.
After a few minutes on hold...
So that vehicle was run by police dispatcher and confirmed that they have no interest. So I will initiate the tow.
But before calling the tow company, a courtesy.
Oh, hey, you work here? Yeah. That vehicle on the end, is anybody... I'll look for my wife. Because it's going to get towed.
Minutes later...
I'll just put the tow in queue here. I can always call and cancel it. Oh, so we got someone running over here.
The owner arrives.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so you parked in front of a hydrant, right? So a City of Kelowna bylaw, it's a violation. You can't park in front of a hydrant 5 meters.
Okay.
So I need you to move it. So if you can move here.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm going to tow it. So if you can move it here.
I'll move it right now.
And with that, the driver saves himself from an expensive tow bill. And it's on to the next service request.
I mean, we really do strive for compliance, so tickets are really only issued if that's kind of a last resort.
It's not an easy job.
One thing I've noticed over the years is the lack of civility. Rudeness, swearing on the phone, so you do have to have a thick skin.
And they're not always welcomed when they respond to a complaint.
It can be a little bit contentious, a little bit of conflict there to manage.
While many people shy away from conflict, this team carries out their work with professionalism and empathy.
It gives me great pride and great fulfillment to be able to step up for the community and provide service in a way that it has meaningful impact.
While also working within the legal confines of their job.
Because we wear an enforcement uniform and because we're seen out in the community, a lot of people think that we are police-like or that we take on some of the roles of the police, and we are in a separate laneway.
Choosing education before enforcement.
Who wants to be told what they can and cannot do with their property, but it's all about life and safety, impact to neighborhood.
They serve proudly, largely in the background.
The nice part is that I'm able to get out and interact with the community and try to make the community a better place, kind of one interaction at a time.
And through their dedication and determination, the team upholds community standards, ensuring residents benefit from a safe and orderly city to live, work, and play.